So by now it's middle school and all these James Bond movies that I've watched. So what happens if your friend shows up to your home with an eighth of a stick of dynamite? What would James Bond do? What happens if you do it? What then? I don't know who he was hanging out with this Catholic school, but like he was turning us on to these books, like by Abbie Hoffman, for instance, Steal This Book, and another one by called The Anarchist Cookbook, presumably written by a bunch of anarchists. Abbie Hoffman in Steal This Book says, if you want to get back into financial institutions, I don't know how he talked. That's the way Abbie Hoffman talks to me. You know, it's like, you want to get back to the financial institutions. He goes, rent a safe deposit box underneath a pseudonym, put a dead fish in it. About a week later, they're going to have to drill out all the locks to find the dead fish. And the idea being, of course, that the smell is just permeating the safe area, you know, where the safe deposit. And it's like, well, wait a minute, wouldn't the bank just like, who recently rented a safe deposit box? And really, Joe Smith, I mean, he did tell you to use a pseudonym at least. It's just like, there's so much half-cooked shit in these books. I don't know how the hell he managed to get this, but he got like what was either an eighth or a quarter of a stick of dynamite. This is not an M80. An M80 is a very powerful firecracker. This is dynamite, which has like a nitroglycerin component to it. Not the unstable nitroglycerin component, but nitroglycerin. So it's like the real deal. So he got this thing. It had a waterproof fuse with about a 5 or 8 minute delay on it. And because we'd read these helpful books, we also knew that if you smoked a cigarette and put the end of the cigarette between the filter and the end of where you would smoke the tobacco into the fuse, that would further delay it, because cigarettes just burn by themselves, go figure. And so he got this thing, this WMD, and we took it to the lower lowers, which was a dirt playfield at the elementary school we'd all attended at the middle of the night, summer night. We set the delay, and we just had it sitting on like a wad of grass surrounded by dirt. We walked up a long, steep flight of stairs to the playground above, a cement playground, much smaller than the lower lowers where we had the bomb. We started getting paranoid. We were looking right down at where the bomb was. And of course, we can't even see the fuse or the cigarette at this point. We're that far away. But we started kind of talking ourselves into moving up another flight of stairs right next to the school and waiting there. Now the bomb is completely out of sight. Maybe we should move a little bit further away. Now between the very end of this first place that we placed the bomb and to the street below, we were now out on the opposite street, 1,300 feet away, or 1,000 feet away from where we'd set this rig up. We sat down across the street from these upper middle class homes, no street light falling on us, and we're cross-legged on the grass, pulling at the grass and maybe smoking some more grass. And we started to think maybe Ray got burned on this purchase, that this thing wasn't a bomb at all. It was just an empty dynamite looking like object. And all of a sudden there was this blinding light in the sky to the west of us. And there was about a 3-second delay, and after this lightning, there was this just thunderous noise. And honest to God, we were so in shock. I think we all thought that I think it was a clear night. We thought there was like a thunderstorm. It was our fucking bomb. We all stood up immediately, as guilty as can be, and just tore through the neighborhood. So we were headed toward the safe house. Bobby's house was the safe house. He had free reign to kind of do whatever he wanted to. So we were tearing away from where the bomb went off. And all of a sudden, here comes the frickin' Seattle police helicopter. And Ray shoved Bobby and I under this tree, like manhandled us under this tree. And just as this copter is coming over the homes above us and then puts the searchlight down on the street. We got to Bobby's house, we got in the basement, and we had a little discussion about what just took place. And one of the things, there were some bullet points. The first being, holy fucking shit. I cannot believe what a big deal that was. 2, we were convinced there was a couple of homes, 3 or 4 homes that faced this play field. We thought for sure the concussion was so loud it probably blew their single pane windows out of their homes. We planned then to all visit the site the next day separately. Pretty smart. Because undoubtedly there would be undercover agents checking out to make sure that someone wasn't returning to the scene of the crime. So one kid would go on a bike, kind of ride around. Another kid would maybe walk up to that lowers area where the chain link fence is, where we were originally gripping onto, waiting for it to go off. And another one would maybe just walk by, going from one place to the other, maybe bouncing a ball in innocence. And we were convinced there would be a crater like from the war movies we used to watch. Like there would be this crater, there would be black markings issuing from all parts of the center of this crater. We all found, of course, the same thing. And what it is that dynamite blows up. It doesn't blow down. It literally blows up. There wasn't even a blade of grass. I mean, there was nothing. There was no sign that this thing had gone off.